Hi, folks, and welcome to my studio. There's a lot of things going on at Sherwood Oaks Christian Church, specifically a lot of things going on the west side. So come on in, have a seat, and let's talk about a few of those things. Hi, my name is Mike Richardson, and in my studio tonight is Neil Donhauer. Neil is the lead elder or head elder? What do you call yourself?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. He's one of the main elders of Sherwood Oaks Christian Church. And Neil, going through a lot of these transitions, things that we're going through right now, there's a lot of questions. What's this going to look like?
Yeah. So what we've done is we've looked at, and this didn't just start like in the pandemic. We've been looking for the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. We've been looking at what do we do longer term. We're in a rented space, which actually works out fine because you can manage that
right
and be efficient in the management.
Well, have you looked at other rented possibilities?
We did. We looked at a number of existing facilities. We looked at we were actually fairly close to working out a deal at the old MC Sports building.
Sure. Okay.
We looked at the H.H. Gregg
another nice
vacated building.
Right.
Prior to At Home moving into the old Kmart, we looked at that facility.
Okay.
We looked at the Golden Corral.
Oh yeah, sure.
Building as an opportunity. We looked at the Coca-Cola warehouse. I mean, we walked up and knocked on doors and we're asking
so
around.
This is not just some whim that you guys decide. No, that you've done some work here.
Yeah.
And so where's it going from here? There's no rented property available that's big enough to suit what we need. Now what?
You know, I'll say this. You and I have talked about this. You always pray for these open doors.
Yeah.
But you want to be thoughtful and pray for closed doors as well.
Yeah.
So those places that we looked, doors were closing. We looked at 12 properties
wow.
over the last 5 years, all of which could have been suited to put a church. The doors, there was something, whether it was runoff or sewer or whatever it was, there was always a situation.
Yes.
And so we were in this conversation last year, and Raymond Moore, who attends the Westside campus,
mm-hmm.
a developer, a longtime Sherwood Oaks guy, comes in and says, "What can I do? What do you guys need? I know this stuff.
This is my stuff.
This is my stuff." So he said, "What would be ideal?" And we said, "Well, honestly, just down the road from AMVETS, off of Enright Road, right across the street from Cars Park, that church, Trinity Church, something like that would be ideal." So Raymond, in his enthusiasm, knocks on their door.
He really does.
Walks in and says, "What would it look like for you to
if we build a church next door?"
Well, actually, he said, "What would it look like for you to sell us this place?"
Oh, okay.
And so that conversation led to, well, we can't really do that. We're doing fine, but we do have this land next door. And here's the thing. Here's the God thing. What I think all of us had forgotten is that many years ago, when Trinity had moved into town, they were in a rented facility and didn't have seating. And we found out about it and approached them and said, "We have actually extra chairs right now because we just made a transition in some things on our East Campus. Would you like to use these chairs?" And so for a couple of years, They used some of the chairs from Sherwood Oaks.
Wow.
And they came back and said, we actually probably wouldn't sell this land to another church, but we really believe in what you guys are doing because we're a recipient of that. So you never know.
See, that's kingdom stuff there because we're not in competition with another church. I mean, we're in competition with the devil. That's who's trying, we want to overcome him, not another church. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Okay. Again, now logistically, Neil, this is not going to pop out of thin air.
Yep.
Okay. What's the next step? What's that look like for people to go, man, I did not know that Westside had this kind of opportunity to be a blessing to this community. What can I do? What can I do? Yep. Clearly this is going to cost something.
Yep. So the elders of Sherwood Oaks met and said, we need to go ahead and move on this land first.
There you go.
We need some space just to dream on.
Right.
And so Trinity had offered us a 38-acre parcel on Enright Road.
Wow.
Across the street from Highland Park School and just down from the entrance of Cars Park. And so we looked at that land. We've done some assessment. We've had some developers come in and kind of help us look at that. And so we had an offer accepted in February for $1 million for the 38 acres. We're working currently with an architect out of Evansville, some builders. We've got a team put together, and that team's growing. And we believe it's going to be, in total, it's going to take $5 million, including the land, to put up a structure that we see more as a community center, as much as we see a church. We want to invite the community into this space to be part of this community. So wedding venues, places for kids, places for events to take place for the community, in the community, a coffee shop that's an active business like coffee shop with a drive-through. You know, so all of those are dreams right now. We're in that phase of planning, but we feel confident that this $5 million campaign that we're calling Go, Go is significant. Jesus said Go many times. In fact,
many times. Yes.
In the book of Matthew, 150 times the word Go is used just in the book of Matthew. Right. So So we want to sow, we want to grow, and we want to go.
Yes.
Where God is calling us, and we believe that this is it. So, to your question, what can people do to help? First of all, we want you to pray.
Of course, yes.
We want you to pray about this. We've been talking about this for a few weeks, so it's on people's mind that we're going to go send this church, the Westside Community Church. It's the church of the community, in the community. It's a Christian church.
Yes.
It's called Westside Community Church because we want it to be inviting for people in the community, over and above what they might perceive as a denomination.
Right, exactly.
Even though we're still connected to Sherwood Oaks, we're still connected to the Christian church. So that's the first step, is that we're putting in place this campaign. And on April the 24th, we are going to officially launch the campaign across all Sherwood Oaks campuses.
Nice.
And then between April the 24th and May the 22nd, we're going to give people a time to attend sessions that we have that are informational, that are specific about what we're going to do with the space in the building, in the community.
Okay.
To the people that you and I just talked about, the at-risk group.
Right.
And on May the 22nd, we're going to make our commitments.
Okay.
It's a 2-year campaign, and we hope to knock out another $5 million like we did between 2013 and 2015.
Wouldn't that be great? You know, Neil, $5 million, I know that sounds like a lot of money, but if you think about it, you try to buy a house in Monroe County, what's the median house price now? Close to $300,000.
Yeah.
So that's not even very many homes. I mean, if you think about it. So this is not some kind of big, giant $50 million structure. This is a $5 million functional building.
It's functional.
Yeah, it's not going to look like some kind of monument or nothing like that. I love that. Yeah. It's a community center.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about that, brother.
It's very exciting. We are, so what we're asking people to do again is pray. We're asking them to ask questions.
Yes.
Get engaged. We're going to be putting information out. People will be getting fact sheets in their email. If you don't think you're in the database and want to be, call the church and give them your email address. We'll have this posted in all of our campuses in the services each week. So yeah, we're just getting ready to kick this thing off, and it's really exciting. And then we're asking people to give sacrificially, to give above and beyond their normal giving, and involve their family. We're going to involve our kids' ministries, our student ministries. We really want this to be a celebration. And then on June the 6th,
okay,
we are going to celebrate what God has brought together.
Nice.
As the Sunday where we say, okay, this is the commitment that has come out of this campaign. And then for the next couple of years, we'll manage it, and we'll look at the opportunities as we go into. Then we can plan, right? So we need we need to get the pledge idea. Some people will give right away, and some people will pledge over a 2-year period. We're asking people to give excellently. Give your best.
Yeah.
Give your best. We're asking people to give regularly.
Yeah.
And then we're asking people to give creatively. So creatively, that can be out of your own personal funds that you and your family have gathered, what God has blessed you with. It can be stock. It could be bonds.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there are creative ways to give. It could be your boat.
It could be this studio.
It could be.
Yeah.
But so there are always creative ways to give. People will go out with their kids and have bake sales, and they'll do fun. So yeah, we're just saying, like, and we'll share stories, we'll share ideas and opportunities. But yeah, we are super excited about what God's doing. And then here's the thing, Mike, between Sherwood Oaks churches, Westside Community Church, we're going to stay connected, and we're going to go do it again. Because you said it. What do you do with all these people? Well, what you do is you get this one going and then you go multiply.
You do it again, because you can't build a big enough building to house all the people that's going to come to Jesus. It's not possible, so you have to plan another one. Very good. Neil, thanks for coming in tonight. This is exciting.
Thanks,
hey, thanks for taking the time to tune in. More information coming your way.